Hello, friends. You found the bright side. This is Good Week, the good news roundup for the week of June 28, issue number 2. I'm Emma, and I'm very happy you're here with us.
And I'm Jack. Feet up, shoulders down. Let's take a measured stroll through the winds of the week.
We're opening with a scene that felt like pure summer light. A huge pride march in Budapest. Organizers said it was the first since Viktor Orban left office, and AP reported hundreds of thousands turned out. Color, music, families, a festival of being yourself.
And notably, police officially authorized the parade this time, which is an administrative detail, yes, but also a concrete sign of permission to gather safely. That matters.
It does. This is a good news show, and for me, that's what this is. A city saying, come on out, walk together. AP also noted that a restrictive law is still on the books, but the focus out on those streets was people, joy, and visibility.
I liked the videos of homemade banners. There's something about cardboard signs that says, this is real people energy. Also, easier to recycle.
Leave it to you to bring eco points to a parade. If you marched, if you waved, if you just watched and smiled, that's a lovely way to start our week.
Sun on your face, strangers cheering you on. That's the kind of civic vitamin we recommend in generous doses.
From streets full of color to a quiet kind of relief, the U.S. health authorities ended a long hantavirus response. The last 8 American passengers from a cruise ship outbreak were released after 42 days in a specialized quarantine unit in Omaha.
That's AP's reporting. 6 weeks in isolation is no joke. Ending the response means the protocols did what they were supposed to do, and people got to go home.
I picture that first coffee in your own kitchen. Mug you love, light through your window. That's a win.
It's also a systems win. Planning, containment, and follow-through. You don't always get headlines for prevention, but when the last person walks out safely, that's the story.
And another people first note this week. Cardiologists highlighted an encouraging link. Kids born to mothers with high cardiovascular health scores had roughly half the rate of developmental delays at age 4, compared with kids whose mothers had low scores. That's from the American Heart Association.
Right. Reported by Dr. Evelina Graver of Northwell Health and the Katz Institute for Women's Health. Important caveat, it's an association, not a guarantee. But it's a hopeful nudge that supporting maternal heart health can ripple forward into a child's early development.
It's a reminder that what helps parents helps kids, and that small daily choices add up. Hearts, families, and in the end, communities.
File under Prevention is a gift you give to your future self, and possibly to your kid's preschool teacher.
While we're on health, a wider lens moment. Researchers reported that age-specific dementia incidence has been falling, about 13% per decade in high-income countries since the late 1980s.
That's from a Lancet Commission group, summarized this week. To be precise, it's age-specific incidence, meaning at a given age, the average person's risk of developing dementia has been trending down over time in those nations.
That's a huge dose of hope for families. It doesn't erase the challenge, but it bends the curve in a better direction.
Likely a many-factor story. Education, cardiovascular health, treatment, but the signal is there. It's a reminder that public health moves are slow, but they move.
Also, the US FDA launched a pilot program to shave 6 to 12 months off early-stage drug trials. The plan is to give sponsors technical guidance throughout design and setup, so early safety and dosing studies move faster.
Streamlining without cutting corners. That's the promise. We'll watch how it plays out, but if done well, that could help patients see new options sooner.
And one more clinical note. A company called Definium Therapeutics announced that its phase 3 trial of an LSD-derived compound, DT120, showed a greater reduction in depressive symptoms than placebo after a single dose.
Reported by Gizmodo. It's a company announcement, so standard caution applies. We'll want peer-reviewed data and independent replication. But a well-run phase 3 with a positive readout would be a meaningful waypoint for patients looking for new tools.
Taken together, fewer new dementia cases at given ages, faster trial pathways, and potentially promising therapies.
that's a health horizon with more light on it. Let's turn to tech that quietly protects people. Open source software keeps the internet running, but many maintainers are overworked volunteers. This week, OpenAI launched something called Patch the Planet, teaming up with security firm Trail of Bits and vendors like HackerOne to offer free security consulting, code assessments, and AI-driven tools to open source maintainers.
The idea is to proactively fix vulnerabilities instead of waiting for a crisis. Free expertise is a tangible boost for the folks who hold so much of our digital plumbing together.
And in orbit, literally, NASA is reportedly planning a robotic mission to rendezvous with the aging Swift Observatory and raise its orbit so it doesn't re-enter too soon. AP said the agency would contract startup Catalyst Space Technologies for a roughly $30 million mission using a 3-armed spacecraft to do the lifting.
Important phrasing. Reportedly planning. It's not a completed mission, it's a plan in motion. But if executed, it's a clever bit of space maintenance. Extend the life of a working telescope, keep the science going, and avoid an early goodbye.
I love the practical magic of it. A little robot goes up, gives an observatory a gentle push, and buys it more time. Like roadside assistance, but at orbital speeds.
With much less paperwork, one hopes.
And in biotech, 2 startups, EpiCRISPR Biotechnologies and InChroma, moved epigenetic editing therapies into early clinical trials, targeting muscular dystrophy and other conditions. Nature also reported first human data from a CRISPR-based epigenetic editing trial for a form of muscular dystrophy.
Keyword early. Encouraging to see these approaches reach patients, but results at this stage are preliminary. Still, getting to first in human is a necessary gate, and this week, they walked through it.
Buckle up for a science glide. Nothing too heavy, we promise. First, a black hole whisper. The LIGO team reported a gravitational wave signal whose after-merger direct wave matched predictions for what happens right near the surface, the horizon, of a spinning black hole.
Published in Nature. In simple terms, 2 black holes merge. Space-time rings like a bell, and the team says they picked out a component that behaves the way theory says it should, very close to the horizon. It's an extra layer of confirmation that our math about these extreme places is on the right track.
From the darkest dark to a rusty red, NASA's Perseverance rover found macromolecular carbon in mudstone rocks at a place called Bright Angel in Jezero crater, the shallowest organic signature identified on Mars so far.
Reported in Science Advances and summarized by phys.org. Caution flag, organic in geology doesn't automatically mean life. It means carbon-bearing molecules, but it does mean Mars keeps offering up complex chemistry worth studying.
Back home, a sky visitor. The asteroid 1997 NC1 is doing a flyby at about 1.6 million miles this weekend. NASA's Center for Near-Earth Objects says there's no impact risk for at least the next century.
That's the best kind of space rock headline. Interesting, but safely distant. The European Space Agency echoed the no-threat message. Look up, don't duck.
Then there's our speed demon. NASA's Parker Solar Probe just set the record again, roughly 430,000 miles per hour as it skimmed within about 3.8 million miles of the sun. Its thermal shield kept the instruments comfy while the probe scorched through space.
Fastest human-made object, period. And still bringing back data that helps us understand the solar wind, which, yes, affects your satellite internet and your power grid. Practical payoffs from a very spicy commute.
And in the outer quiet, New Horizons, the Pluto Explorer, has been tucked into a low-power hibernation mode out in the Kuiper Belt, more than 5.7 billion miles from Earth. The pause follows a software upgrade from the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab team.
It's a long mission, so hibernation is a sensible way to save power and funding while preserving the spacecraft. Think of it as a winter nap between discoveries.
Together, that's a lovely menu. Black holes humming on cue, Mars handing over another clue, a safe asteroid flyby, record-breaking speed near the sun, and a veteran Voyager resting far, far away. Sports time. And what a week for firsts and milestones. Egypt notched its first ever World Cup win, beating New Zealand 3-1 and jumping to the top of Group G. That's a seismic "we're here" moment.
According to Opta's analysis and earlier AP context, Egypt had been chasing that inaugural win. Beyond pride, it boosts their knockout chances and underlines the growing presence of African teams on the global stage.
I love that ripple effect. Kids watching, believing. Speaking of belief becoming history, Lionel Messi scored twice in Argentina's group stage matches and broke the tournament's all-time scoring record. Reports also noted that Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland each netted 2 in their own group games, tightening the Golden Boot race.
2 Messi notes this week, actually. There was a preview piece saying Argentina were set to play Austria in Dallas, with Messi 1 goal shy and aiming to eclipse the record. Then, later, the update. He did it, broke the all-time mark, and as AP put it, moved to the front of the Golden Boot race.
That's the arc you want to see, the chase and the catch. Meanwhile, Cape Verde wrote a beautiful underdog story, securing a place in the round of 32 after a 0-0 draw with Saudi Arabia. Level on points with Uruguay, ahead on goal difference, and into the knockouts.
Proof that sometimes the best path forward is a well-earned draw. Defense can be destiny.
England fans had their own bit of history. Harry Kane scored his 12th World Cup goal in a 2-0 win over Panama, becoming England's all-time leading scorer at the tournament. He passed Gary Lineker's 11.
Reported by the BBC. New record holder, same calm header. If you like milestones, you had a buffet this week.
And a grace note from tennis. The All England Club granted Serena Williams a wild card into the Wimbledon singles draw, and she accepted. She's 44, a former champion, and she's coming back to center stage.
Reported by the New York Times first, then confirmed that she accepted. No need to say more. Just welcome back. The grass is better with her on it.
Records, firsts, and beloved returns. Sports doing what sports does best, making people grin in kitchens and scream at televisions. Preferably not at the same time, for the sake of your neighbors.
Culture and the long view. In Denmark, archaeologists uncovered a massive Viking-era textile production complex near Aarhus. NPR reported the site covers about 100,000 square meters, dates to the early Viking Age, and shows evidence of organized manufacturing and trade links, including big areas for processing flax.
This is the kind of find that upgrades the mental picture from raiders and boats to sophisticated economy. If you're making textiles at that scale, you've got supply chains, skills, and customers.
Also a reminder that clothing has always been technology. Plant to fiber, fiber to thread, thread to fabric. And now we get to see how seriously the Vikings took it.
I'm imagining a Viking project manager with a checklist. Flax delivered, looms maintained, shipments packed. Less horned helmets, more spreadsheets.
And somewhere, a weaver who would be thrilled to know their handiwork helped rewrite a chapter in history. That's a quiet kind of fame.
Everyday wins and policy moves that touch a lot of lives. First, a clean energy milestone. Solar generation in the United States outpaced coal for the first time. Euronews reported that solar's share of the national electricity mix surpassed coal's.
That's a line you only cross once. It reflects years of build-out and cost drops. Even with policy crosswinds, generation data is a scoreboard. And this week, solar stepped ahead.
Housing brought 2 notable steps. Nationally, a bipartisan housing affordability package cleared the Senate and then passed the House, the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. The goal is to lower homebuyer costs and curb institutional purchases that squeeze the market.
Reported by NBC and CNBC. Bipartisan is not a word we hear every day. Worth underlining when it shows up on something aimed at affordability.
And in New York City, the Rent Guidelines Board voted 7-1 to freeze rent increases for 1- and 2-year leases on roughly 1 million rent-stabilized apartments.
Reports said it fulfilled a pledge made by Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Landlords raised concerns about strain, but for tenants, a freeze means breathing room.
A lot of kitchen table budgets just got a little less wobbly. It's a policy trade-off, but if you're counting wins for people trying to stay in their homes, this qualifies.
In the civic process lane, a federal judge, Sparkle L. Suknanen in Washington, D.C., blocked the Department of Homeland Security from using a revamped database system for voter citizenship verification, citing privacy protections.
Reported by Democracy Docket. Whatever your politics, privacy guardrails on sensitive data are important. The court said the modified system overstepped. That's accountability in action.
And a note from diplomacy. The U.S. Treasury issued a 60-day general license allowing Iran to produce and sell oil in U.S. dollars during talks in Switzerland. Reports linked the waiver to a memorandum of understanding with Tehran.
That's Al Jezero and others. It's a time-boxed waiver tied to talks. We'll see where it leads, but de-escalation through conversation is the category we like.
Small hinges, big doors. Energy transitions, rent relief, a path to more housing, and a nod to privacy. That's a lot of everyday better. A quick business bright spot. The company behind several iconic department stores, including Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and Bergdorf Goodman, emerged from Chapter 11 bankruptcy with a new name, Exemplar Luxury Group.
Reported by the New York Times and AP, the restructuring cut roughly 3/4 of the company's debt and put the focus squarely on high-end department store retail.
It's not just a corporate shuffle. It's jobs, storefronts, and neighborhoods that get a steadier heartbeat. A cleaner balance sheet means more runway to serve customers and pay staff.
Exemplar is a confident name. Now they get to demonstrate it in practice.
That's our basket of brights for this week. Parades and planets, records and research, bills that may make life a little easier.
If something here made your shoulders drop half an inch, we've done our job. For more like this all week long, visit factslane.com or find us in the apps. We're on the App Store and Google Play.
And if you want a feed that stays calm and kind, try the Zen mode. Only positive news, like this show. No doom-scroll detours.
We'll be back next week with more good work from a world that, despite everything, keeps surprising us in the right direction.
Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Emma.
I'm Jack. Thanks for listening, and have a good week.